Yo, what up, fellow Earthlings? How do y'all do? My name is Luke Skyy. Welcome to Thawtful Thursday. This is the 8th one of these that I've done. Started this thing last year, right after the pandemic hit, right after I lost my gig, to kind of keep myself occupied. Put it on a hiatus because of what kind of year 2020 ended up being. A lot of stress. Just started a company. Started a podcast, put an album out, and then all of a sudden the pandemic hit. So, you know, it was a strange year for sure. I welcome you back. Thank you for coming back. For those of you who were with me before I went on hiatus, welcome back. It wasn't a completely unproductive year. We did do a lot of things. Hybrid Collective. We started a COVID-16 series with my brother CJ Franchise. That was pretty dope. We learned how to put videos together by doing that. We stepped it up a notch when we made a video for my brother Enemy in his Possessed video, which we put out on October 31st, which is a pretty fresh little Halloween thriller type video. He and I are working on his sophomore album, Chasing Shadows. That's going to be pretty fresh, so be on the lookout for that. My old lady and I, we went out to Moab, put a video together for my song Vices. And, we did get the podcast out. I have a YouTube channel now, which is something we didn't have before. We hooked up with our brothers at the end of the year, Elevate Ave, to get ourselves a house, my old lady and I. So, I can't really say 2020 was a bad year. But as far as the pursuits go, as far as me following my dream, kind of put that on the back burner, but I'm happy to get back at it now. So I am very grateful for y'all being here with me today, checking this out. The reason why I put myself back on this side of the camera, why I decided to get back out there, overcome the doubts that I've been having, is I got a new song. So I'm going to share with you guys how I put the song together. How the song came about initially was as a audition piece that I did for the Netflix series, whatever that is, for the Netflix series Rhythm and Flow. It consists of 3 segments. First segment's being an a cappella verse, second segment being a verse over a beat, and the final segment being a little bit about myself. So I'm going to share that with you today. The first verse is called Dreamer. A little bit of a self-explanatory a cappella. That's Beef is the song. That's the second segment. And why I did that? I liked the verse so much that I decided I was going to expand my repertoire of skills and see if I can record myself and put myself together, since I had never done that, like engineer the song from front to back. So took that to task. And been sitting on it for a couple months now, and I think it's time. I've criticized it as much as I can. I think I've gotten it to the point where I'm very happy with it. So I think it's time to release it, let you guys hear it, and maybe get some feedback from y'all as to how we did, what kind of job we did, and so on and so forth. Either you love it or you hate it. You know what I mean? I did my job, finished it, and putting it out. So wash my hands of it. So first, though, like I said, I'm going to share with you guys the Rhythm and Flow audition piece, and then afterwards I'll get you back, kind of give you a little bit of information on where you can find the song, download, share it, and let's get back to pursuing our motherfucking dream. You know what I mean? So check this out. See you in a few minutes. This one is called Dreamer. Go on and fix this in your mind's eye. You're a mix of nature and art like a bonsai. You punch a ticket, but you did it on the wrong side. Sweet chariot, swing low enough to let him ride. Keep carrying that load on your shoulders and looking like Sisyphus, pushing up a boulder for all eternity. Steeped in uncertainty, all for doing what the fuck they told you.
And something shook and violently woke us. Now we approach each day with a laser focus. Like, who gives the fuck about a POTUS? Provide the type of energy to revive the hopeless. Divine is a spark that guides your moments when the world gets dark and you lose your shoe prints. Forge new paths and remain a nuisance. And try to chip in, we don't need the 2 cents. Be the influence of the puppet. And be the one who says it all, but the one who says nothing. While you waiting for the rain to fall without a single cloud of witness, you cannot finish a race if you don't go the distance, duh. All this infinite space, that's your playground, bruh. Enhance your gravity, man. Help them stay down. Love is the only thing you're worth your weight in. Go on and dream something to be truly great in. Dreamer. Angela Cincy on the beat. Let's do this. What up, world? I practice lyrical gymnastics, mind doing backflips, spinning these classics, descending to madness. I live whatever the fuck happens, cause destiny's a bad woman, knows that she has it. You know it, the look of determination, and now she won't quit. See, she germinate, will prove to grow thick, strong with resolve, and blossom, and sprawl, and die in the fall, just like all of us. I laugh in the face of death, push my fingers to his lips, tell him save his breath. I'm aware, but I don't care that you gotta rap. Maybe I was supposed to show, but I overslept. More disclosure shows I dispose of threats who appear as big blinds, poker bets. I'm a yogi at heart, man, I gotta stretch. And I'm a doggy in the dark, I ain't out to fetch. This is the part where the clouds pull apart and the moonlight is sparks to the transformation, when adrenaline spikes in the middle of the night and blood becomes the new fascination. So the buzz intoxicates. High the drugs cannot replace. Find yourself in a commonplace. Come get yourself chased. Something that's trying to see your face on a plate for his feast. Music I make, it encourages beasts to come out the dead and hunt in the streets. Type of shit to wake you from sleep with sweat on your brow and piss in your sheets. Only time in life I feel complete with a beat in my ear and a rap on the teeth. Matter of fact, full attack on those who don't believe. You're only good for a laugh like a lingering queef, that's beef. Hey, you're only good for a laugh like a lingering queef, that's beef. Did you hear what I said? You're only good for a laugh like a lingering queef, that's beef. Just one more time. You're only good for a laugh like a queef that lingers, that's dinner. That's dinner. I'm a motherfucker.
What up, Rhythm and Flow, everybody at the staff. I hope this video finds you well. My name is Luke Skyy. I am 36. I was born in California, been raised here out in Denver, Colorado. So we're just gonna jump right into it. First question, y'all wanted to know what the biggest struggle in my life is and how that pertains to my music. Well, I say my biggest struggle has been learning the lessons that humility continues to throw at you throughout your life. And how it pertains to my music is a couple years ago, as I was pursuing my venture, I undertook the enterprise of trying to get cash at a pretty quick rate in order to possibly buy myself some viral marketing to get my music out that way. And didn't end well. So we'll just say it happened in a Wendy's parking lot. I had to take a couple of months excused absence from my participation in society, and then a couple years worth of documented movements throughout the state. But here we are at the end of all that, and as I look back on it, it's an absolute blessing. It did get me to reprioritize, refocus, and get back to what was truly meaningful in my music. And I met an incredible amount of good people along the way that I now consider brothers and sisters. So it is a blessing at the end of the day. And then number two, you wanted to know what family life was like for me growing up. Well, it was fine. We had our struggles just like any other family. Born of a black father, white mother, and grew up with 2 siblings and 1 sibling that was missing. So, my parents had survived some pretty harsh trauma in their days that, they kind of brought into the relationship. My dad had a lot of anger that comes, I think, from just being a black man trying to grow up in America. And my mother survived some pretty traumatic #MeToo stuff in their youth. So, it's easy to put a lot of blame on the family as to why there is dysfunction. But at the end of the day, we learned a lot of compassion, a lot of unconditional love for each other growing up in that scenario. No matter how bad it got, they came together to make sure that our family was taken care of. I mean, we didn't have a lot, but we had each other, and I'm very grateful for the experience of growing up with the family that I did. And finally, you wanted to know what or why I would like to be on Rhythm and Flow, or why y'all should pick me. Well, I don't think there's any particular reason that you should pick me over anybody else, but the reason why I would want to be on the show is for joy. I think about the things that made me joyous when I was young, and while other kids were the sports type that were dribbling the ball down trying to make the basket at the last second while they're practicing by themselves just to win the championship, well, I was the kid that was rapping in front of the mirror, trying to express himself and share his talents with the world. So that's why I want to do it, just for the simple joy of expanding the platform, getting to rap with and contend with some amazing MCs. So just for the fun, just for the experience, I think it'd be dope. And that's it. That's me. Again, I'm Luke Skyy. Y'all have my number. Hit me up. We can hang out. Otherwise, regardless of what happens with this video, peace and love to you guys. I hope you have a fruitful and beautiful season 2. And best of luck to all the artists that you do pick. Peace. So what'd you think? Not bad, right? Definitely shared more of myself than I'm used to doing. I still haven't heard back from Rhythm and Flow. Not to worry though. I wasn't setting my hopes on that being the way that I proceeded in my career. I think more of just sharing who I am, being bold enough to share who I am and what I am is kind of the artist that I want to be, the dreamer that I am. So, that first song, Dreamer, is a ode to all of those who are mixed in their own emotions of being an artist, doubting themselves, overcoming that doubt just to sit down with a pen in their hand and do something, or a paintbrush, however that dreamer comes out. That song, that verse is to you guys, and keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, can't finish the race if you don't go the distance. Duh. So the second verse there is the first verse to my new song, that's Beef, like I was saying. I liked it so much. It was a challenge for me. I liked it so much that I wrote a second verse. And like I said, engineered from front to back, and had a lot of fun with. So done down that, ready for y'all to hear it. So all the thanks on this track go to, when you hear the track, it's rounded out by my dude, DJ What, coming in on some cuts to round it off nicely. Shout out to my man Justin Romero for helping me put, geez, I can't even talk, for helping me put the cover art together. Big shout out to my man's Enemy and CJ Franchise for helping me round out the song with some of their vocals in the background and their continued and consistent support while putting it together. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you to Steve over at FTM Studios, once again coming in for the mastering for me. Steve, I appreciate you as always, brother. Angel Licencia, the producer of the beat, I think is the final thank you shout out. Fire Beat, brother, thank you for challenging my skills as an MC. Much appreciated. And then finally to everybody that I spoke of in the third segment, revealing a little bit more about myself, everybody that I spoke of that was there to support me through that really tough time. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. All of you guys know who you are. And, I kind of dedicate my pursuits to the love and support that y'all have showed me over the years. Because without that, I don't know if I'd be sitting on this side of the camera again. So y'all are always in my heart. Hope the pandemic is treating you well. I know, like I said, it was rough for me. And if I know it's rough for me, I know it's rough for y'all. So if y'all need me, holler at me. If you have my number, holler at me through social media. And you know what I mean by need is anything. If you need anything, you just need somebody to talk to, please holler at me. We are getting back to this Hybrid collective thing. Shout out, it's my grandmother's 80th birthday, y'all. Shout out to my grandmother, Jane. Thank you for being the matriarch of the family, putting it all together. I talked to her today. She sounds amazing for 80. Had mentioned something about as she gets closer to home, which I thought was pretty damn interesting, as she's telling me about her putting together her funeral services so that, you know, she's ready to go home. I thought that was very interesting. I just want to share that with y'all. So happy birthday, happy 80th birthday, Grandma. Shout out the rest of the Hybrid Collective. Like I said, we're getting back to this. If you want to support me, all the links are going to be underneath, patreon.com if you want to support us financially. The biggest way you can support, like I said, I have a YouTube channel. Anything, my Facebook, my Instagram, we're getting back to the social media. Just share whatever you think. That's the biggest way you can support. And just be on the lookout for future videos. Shout out to my accountability coalition for helping me get the confidence to kind of get my feet back underneath me and moving ahead full steam with my goals. So it's going to be fun. Again, thank you for being here. Peace and love to you and yours. Hyborn, Hymind, Hypower to you.